How are you, my good listeners? Hope you are well. Welcome back to this channel where we are very intentional at what we say and do. If you've been following the Becoming series, you know that growth is not a single moment. It's continuous, and it demands more than just awareness. In Becoming 001, I Journey, My Growth, My Channel, we explored why growth calls us into spaces we never imagined. In Becoming 2, Episode 1, the 7 blockers of growth you need to let go. We uncovered the blockers that hold us back: fear, comparison, doubt, perfectionism. In Becoming 3, 19 years in corporate Dubai, why upskilling is no longer optional. I shared my corporate journey and why growth today demands upskilling. Staying relevant, positioning yourself, and owning your future. In Becoming 4, Episode 1, where I mentioned the future of work and why your skills must evolve, and it is a continuation of today's video. Now, still in this series, Becoming 204, Episode 2, we're now diving into 3 strategic moves that shape every modern career: upskill, reskill, upscale. Upskilling is deepening what you already do. Reskilling is pivoting into new skills when your current lane can no longer carry you forward. Upskilling is expanding your influence and impact once your skills are strong. These 3 moves are split across 3 episodes.
To fully understand how to navigate your career intentionally, it's important to follow all 3 episodes. And in this episode 2, we're focusing on the first strategic move, upskilling. Because awareness alone, without direction, can feel like confusion pretending to be progress. Upskilling is the step that turns awareness into action.
Let me start by telling you, my listeners, about my early life, a personal journey about my O-level story. I call it trying to find yourself in the mix. When I finished my O-levels, I didn't have a master plan. In our country, O-levels are just the stepping stone. After them, you're expected to continue toward university. Some of my peers chose community colleges. Some got married and settled down. At that age, what do you really know? I knew nothing. All I wanted was to pursue further studies and make a meaningful life out of it. I didn't have a roadmap. I didn't know which door to open first. I only had a desire to grow, to learn, and to create something meaningful. My brother, on the other hand, had earned a government scholarship to study civil engineering in France. He was my hero, living that dreams could cross borders. Watching him leave opened my mind to possibilities I hadn't dared imagine. Then one day, my brother-in-law called. He said, "There's a course, aviation." I didn't analyze the market. I didn't study trends. I didn't map out 5 years. All I heard was the word that mattered to me: aviation. My mom, God bless her and add her more years, took me to Trans-Eastern Airlines Aviation College, one of the best in Kenya at the time. It was expensive, serious, demanding. I enrolled in a diploma in cargo handling, certified IATA and FIATA. I studied hard, I passed with distinction, and then reality hit. Finding work was harder than I imagined. CVs printed, offices knocked, hours walked across the city, nothing, silence. I had the skill, yes, but skill alone wasn't enough. I hadn't yet understood positioning. And this is what happens to many of us. If you didn't have a mentor growing up, you end up pursuing paths that don't truly matter. Courses chosen for safety, for family expectations, or just because they seemed right. No passion, no alignment, no direction. So here's my advice for anyone finishing O-levels. Research before choosing a course. Don't pick something just because it's available. Find a mentor, someone who has walked the path, someone who can guide you if you're unsure of your journey. Know your capabilities, your strengths, natural inclinations, and areas where you can grow. Because growth isn't just about learning. It's about learning the right things in the right direction at the right time. And that brings us to the move called upskilling, the first step in shaping your career with intention. Upskilling is not starting over. It's not about collecting certificates for the sake of a paper. It's the moment you choose to deepen what you already do, to sharpen your craft, strengthen your competence, and grow your value in the space you already occupy. Think of it like this. You're not planting a new tree. You're feeding the roots you already have so your branches can reach higher. Why? Because the world moves fast. Tools change, systems upgrade. Those who succeed are rarely the smartest. They're the ones who choose the right growth at the right time. How? By learning intentionally, seeking mentorship, practicing, and mastering the skills that matter most. Where? In your current role, industry, or area of expertise. When? When you sense a gap between where you are and where the future is heading. Upskilling protects your relevance. Upskilling builds confidence, but it does not automatically expand your influence. That comes later with upscaling. Let me show you what upskilling looks like in real life. A young operations assistant worked in cargo. Hardworking, reliable, consistent. But whenever a new system rolled in, she felt herself slipping behind. One day, a senior colleague said, "Learn the system before the system replaces you." Those words stayed with her. So she made a choice. Every evening after the shift ended, she stayed behind 30 minutes, teaching herself the new cargo management system. No promotion, no applause, just intention, just discipline. Months later, when the company officially launched the system, she was the only one fully prepared. She became the go-to trainer, the problem solver, a quiet leader. That is upskilling. Small, deliberate steps that build competence, confidence, and relevance. Learning the right thing at the right time for the season you're in. So, how do you know when it's time to upskill? You notice gaps between what you know and what your role demands. Tools, processes, or expectations have changed, and you feel behind. You feel stagnant, your performance is steady, but you're not growing or standing out. You see others moving ahead with new knowledge, while you're doing the same work in the same way. You realize that your current skill set won't get you to the next level you aspire to. And what can you do? Number 1, identify the skills that matter most in your field. Digital tools, certifications, methodologies, or techniques that are shaping the future. Number 2, find mentors or peers who are ahead of you. Learn from them intentionally. Number 3, practice consistently. Small, daily improvements compound over time. Number 4, take targeted courses. Don't learn everything. Learn the right things that align with your growth. Number 5, apply what you learn immediately. Knowledge without action doesn't create opportunity. Upskilling isn't about doing more. It's about doing the right things in the right way at the right time so your skills remain relevant, your confidence grows, and your impact expands. Once you've intentionally upskilled, you're ready to ask that next question. What if the lane beneath me changes? What if my current role no longer guarantees growth? That's where reskilling comes in. And that's exactly what we'll explore in Becoming 4, Episode 3. Here's the truth. Growth is a choice. Not random, not accidental. Upskill when your field is still fertile, when your knowledge needs deeper roots. Grow intentionally, practice deliberately, learn purposefully, because your career is shaped not by speed, but by direction. Not by doing everything, but by doing the one thing that aligns with your future. Next episode, we'll explore reskilling, the courage to pivot and step into something new when your current lane can no longer carry you forward. Thank you all for watching and listening. Until next time, goodbye and God bless you always. Stay safe.